Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us in today's video. Today's topic is going to be an interesting one, which is a combination of occupational health and safety management aspects in addition to some aspects of psychology. Today's topic is going to be human failures. This topic is particularly important because according to statistics, 75 to 95% of accidents happen due to human failures. So what exactly are human failures? When we're talking about human failures, we need to remember that individual behavior is influenced by several factors. Some of them are individual, internal, and also a lot of them are influenced by the job and by the organization. Today we'll focus about the individual factors that shape or derive behavior and human actions in the workplace and outside as well. So when we're looking at human failures, we need to remember that not all actions are intentional. Some unintended actions can also lead to failures or accidents in our case. And also there are others which are intended, also leading to failures and accidents. And we'll look at the different types of these actions. Now, when we're talking about unintentional actions, we are referring to two types of failures. First of all, unintended actions or failures, we can call them errors. Errors refer to two different types of behavior or actions. Some of them are lapse of memory, which is basically something that happens when someone forgets a step or an order of a step in a procedure. And that leads to a mistake, and in its own right, it can lead to an accident. There is also a slip. A slip is also an unintended action or incomplete process. So it's very similar to taking an incorrect action, placing an item in the wrong container, for example, pressing a button that is incorrect or isn't part of operating a certain machine, and in its own turn, again, can lead to failures and therefore accidents. So this summarizes errors. Now, in terms of errors, there is also another subcategory, which is often also categorized as unintentional, which are known as mistakes. There's a difference between errors and mistakes. When people make mistakes, and we're talking here about a management term or psychological term, mistakes are again unintentional, but the difference with mistakes is that people have a conscious understanding and they know what they're doing, basically. They are fully aware of their action, but they have a misunderstanding. They think that their action is correct. So mistakes can be related to rule-based mistake, where a person, for example, remembers a rule incorrectly or they apply the wrong rule in their task. It can also be, it can refer to knowledge-based mistakes, and this highlights the importance of competence. Knowledge-based mistakes can happen when someone does not have enough knowledge, they have superficial knowledge about the topic, or they have outdated information. All of these factors lead to failures, they lead to taking an incorrect action, and this in its own right leads to an accident. Now we have spoken about unintentional actions. Another subcategory of failures is intentional actions, also known as violations. Violations happen when people are fully aware that what they're doing is not really the right way. It's not the approved, it's not the advised route of action. However, for one of or many other reasons, they choose to continue with that behavior or that action. So with violations, it's also important to remember that there are also three different categories. There are routine violations, and these happen when violations are accepted and tolerated as part of operation in the workplace. There aren't enough disciplinary procedures or consequence management to change or try to mitigate that behavior. And that highlights the importance of having monitoring, supervision, and proper management techniques for shaping individual behavior. They can also happen in a situational way. in particular cases, particular jobs or operations. These kind of violations again are occurring, they are not detected, or perhaps they're not being managed properly. Sometimes they also happen in an exceptional case. Exceptionally, whenever, for example, there's an emergency case, there's a change, and that highlights the importance of change management in the organization. Whenever there's a change that has not been addressed, that has not been really planned for appropriately, these violations can happen because people may believe that rules and procedures do not apply in these exceptional situations. So I hope this video has summarized for you and clarified the meaning of human failures. Human failures is a very vast topic. In fact, each of the points and categories I have discussed with you is worthy of a research in its own right, and there is still a lot more research being done on that topic, particularly in terms of ergonomics, which we know it's a relatively new science, and still it's being researched, and further studies are being implemented. So I hope you found this video useful, and I'm looking forward to see you in many more videos in the future. Thank you for joining us.